Live. I'm Lisa Davidson. Tonight we have with us Gail Pendergrast, and Gail is going to share with us just how easy it is to keep in touch with the people who matter to us. Gail, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. My privilege.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for fitting this into your schedule. I appreciate it. I know you're very busy, especially, in December.
That's right.
So I know that your company is called Send Out Cards. Please tell our viewers about the company and what prompted you to join.
Yeah, thank you for that. Send Out Cards is a company that has a mission to encourage people to stay connected, to celebrate people while they're still living, to reach out and touch, which is something we all so need. And I think the pandemic has made it so clear that we're so isolated and so disconnected. So the company was started by a man who had missed a connection and saying goodbye to his brother and lost him. And it was a real defining moment for him of saying, I'm going to find ways to help the world have a simple way to remind people that you love them, that you care, or if you're a business, to stay top of mind. So that's the basics of Send Out Cards, and it is about physical greeting cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. And nowadays, when you use real cards, you stand out from everyone else because everyone else is sending email, texts, messages through Facebook Messenger, and the like.
That's right. Yeah. And the nice thing about a card is it's physical. You get it in your mailbox, you touch it, you feel it. And with Send Out Cards, you can personalize it with pictures. And people don't print pictures anymore. And so, one of the things we've been doing lately is taking pictures off Facebook, putting them on the front of a postcard, and on the back of the postcard just saying, this is #fridgeworthy, and sending it to people. And the response I've gotten from people celebrating what's important to them, because if you post a picture on Facebook, who's it important to? It's important to you. So, as a business owner, you can own real estate on people's refrigerator. Because if you're the business owner who happens to notice that this little person had a cute trick-or-treating outfit and you pop it on a card and you send it in a matter of 2 minutes, somebody comes over to their house and like, where'd you get that card? Well, my insurance person sent it to me.
Right. Yeah. And you've sent me cards over the years, and I've actually kept some of them. Mm-hmm. I should have gotten them for the broadcast, and I didn't think of it. But it always means so much to me. I see that I could see it's a Send Out card. And I think, oh, Gail. And I look at the return address and it's like, oh, Gail. And I open it and, it's the same thing. Aw, no matter what card, because it's very touching to me. You thought about me, obviously. And then you took the time to actually choose, that particular card. Now, what I love about Send Out Cards is if you ever send out cards this time of the year, Hanukkah, Christmas, season's greetings, happy holidays, whatever you want to choose. Those cards, very often, we do them in batches. For birthdays, we send out one card at a time, but this time of the year, we send out so many, and the task can seem daunting. And with Send Out Cards, once you have your card recipients into the database the next year, oh my goodness, a few mouse clicks, right? And you're pretty much done. You don't even have to mail them.
That's right. And so, the cards you're talking about are what Send Out Cards would call system cards or campaign cards. You make the card once, and then you're right. I just sent like 130 Christmas cards the other night in my first batch. And, we have pictures of our family and an update on our year, not 20 pages, but, just a few things in a card. And you're right. It was just a click and it was gone. Mm-hmm. The other nice thing I'll mention, Lisa, that you can do with send out cards is you can add some gifts. You can add just a 2-pack of brownies, like the special we have going on right now. We have an unlimited send option that's monthly. There's no contract. And for $97, it includes the stamps. You can send as many cards as you want anywhere in the world. So, I'm sending it between 100 to 200 cards a month. Not around Christmas, I'll send more. But if I wanted to add right now a pack of brownies to that, a 2-pack of gourmet brownies, I could send that and the card and the postage for less than $8. So it's a fun way to just do a little special something for someone.
Yes.
Thank a referral partner, thank a client, send a little goodie to someone's child.
Mm-hmm. Yes, congratulatory gifts, get well gifts.
Yeah.
A little token to say, you're on my mind, you matter to me.
And one of the things that the founder of Send Out Cards talks a lot about is we all have those promptings. You can call it a leading, you can call it an intuition, whatever you want to call it, but we all have them. And the more we get used to listening to those and following through, the more just the synchronicity happens, right?
Yes.
And so Send Out Cards gives me that opportunity when somebody's on my mind, if Lisa's on my mind or somebody pops up and they're still there, it's like, you know what? This person needs a card today, or maybe they need a pack of brownies, or maybe they just need another little present. So it just makes it really, I tell people it makes it simple to do what we all want to do anyway, which is to stay in touch and reach out in kindness.
Right. And now, because we have been living through this pandemic, which doesn't want to die for now anyway, we recognize, I think, more than we ever have, how important it is to stay in touch with people. Because when we were social distancing to the nth degree, when we were sheltering in place at home, the people who lived by themselves felt like they had nobody. They weren't people, they couldn't hug anyone. And then those of us who lived with, 1 or 2 people, well, that was our world.
Yes.
For a few months. And so now that we can do more, I'm still being very careful though. The Pure Romance parties that I do are virtual only right now for that reason. But I don't get together in large groups. So I basically see people virtually, or I get together with my son and daughter-in-law. And that's more or less it for now. And I mask when I go shopping.
Right.
So I'm being particularly careful, but we can mail things or have them mailed for us in the case of send out cards, so that people hear from us in a tangible way, so that not everything is virtual.
Yes. And I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just thinking about one family that lost their child, and you just never know the impact of one reaching out. And I had pulled a bunch of pictures of this child on Facebook and made a 3-panel card. And the response I got back from the mother was, "You have no idea, I sleep with this card." Oh. So, whether you're just sending one card once a month, or you're sending, like me, hundreds of cards and keeping up with lots of people's birthdays and things like that, you can send out cards. You can send one card and it costs $2.75 plus postage if you're just doing them one at a time, which is, I promise you, if you go to the Hallmark store, you will not find a picture of that baby that just got born in the Hallmark store.
Right.
But on Facebook, that mama's got that picture up, and you can grab it and you can put it on the front of a card.
Yeah. And the supermarket cards are at least $2.75.
At least.
So, and this way it's very personal.
Yeah.
It's totally custom to that recipient, and that's really special.
And you're not spending your time looking for the stamp or getting, I don't know about you guys, but getting from the house to the mailbox just seems sometimes like it just sits there.
Yes, it's another layer, and the whole thing overall becomes a chore. You have to go to the store. You've got to pick out the card. You've got to fill out the card and the envelope and apply postage, and then it has to be mailed.
That's right.
And it just feels like a lot. And I remember I had a very close friend some years ago who was a real estate agent. And every year she would send all of her current and past clients a holiday card.
Mm-hmm.
And she had hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And she would sit for hours and hours and she'd fill up like tubs that she would have to then go mail.
Yeah.
And her hand would cramp after a while. It's a lot of work, but send out cards makes it easy. Let's show the audience just how simple it can be.
Absolutely.
I love it also because it really makes it, those campaigns, as you refer to them, the next year. So the year you put all of those names into the database, that does take some time, but after that, it's click, 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 you're done. And I love it.
Just add your new buddies.
Yes.
One or more recipients, and I'm going to show you what both of these card sends look like. So here I am inside of my account. If I go to the far left on the bottom, I can click on my account and I can go to my card history. This is where I'm going to show you some of my heartfelt cards and my campaign cards. While you're in the card history, you can actually search for cards that you've sent to people by recipient, and you can also search by date. You can also search by cards that are pending or fulfilled and some others as well, or all, which is what I'm in right now. So let's start with this first card in my account. It's a heartfelt card along with this one below it. You can tell because it's unique to a certain person that wouldn't make sense to send to somebody else with somebody else's photo, right? But this is a dear friend of mine who recently had some health challenges and it was his birthday. So I sent him a card. I was able to find a templated card in our catalog and I added a photo of him and his family right here. It says happy birthday, and then a fun picture of him holding a big package of toilet paper, which was kind of funny to make a joke of. And then on the inside it says, hi Bruce, we were shocked to learn of the challenge you recently endured and hope this birthday message finds you doing spectacular. If there is anyone who knows how to scatter kindness, it's you and your smile, and we miss both. Happy birthday, dear friend. We hope it's your best one yet. Love, Dave and Lori. And then on the back of the card, I added a photo of Dave and myself. Notice here, I also added a gift that it's a little magnet that says scatter kindness. So I incorporated that into the card. And that was really super fun, and we'll get into the gifts in a minute. This is also another heartfelt card I sent to a team member who joined my team. And it was really fun to send her a fun card as well with a scatter kindness magnet, just so that she felt welcomed into our team. The second type of card is a system send card. And you'll notice here that I've got some of the same card. What I like to do is create a birthday card for the year, and I'll send it out to multiple recipients or through a campaign, or just one card at a time, scheduled to go out on people's birthdays. I also did add a fun gift inside this card as well, which is a butterfly that flutters out when you open the card. So when I send out this birthday campaign to multiple recipients, here's what it looks like on the inside. It has the same message that goes out to everybody that I've sent this campaign to for their birthday. Then it has my branding on the back as well. So then again, a heartfelt prompting card is a card that you're prompted to send to one specific person with a heartfelt message that somebody needs to hear from you, and that goes out immediately. A system send card is a card that is either scheduled to go out to one or multiple recipients, multiple drip campaigns, or a single scheduled card. Okay, now I want to take you back inside of the account button down in the bottom left-hand corner. Remember, when you click on that, it pulls up some features. We just did the card history. We do have awards in here for affiliates who are building a business. Really fun to earn some awards in there. You can click on that and check that out. You have payment settings and plans and pricing if you need to adjust your account in any way. But what I want to focus on right now is your drafted cards. Drafted cards are cards that you've drafted but not yet added recipients to or sent. But you can always go back and finish these cards at any point when you're ready to send them out. The next thing I want to show you is drafted orders. Here on the drafted order page, you can see all the cards and gifts that you've completed, the ones that you've added recipient addresses to, but just never got a chance to hit the send button yet. One of the best and most important features that I love about send out cards is the notifications. When you click on the notifications, it brings up all the notifications of birthdays, anniversaries, holidays from around the world or in your area, so that you can reach out and celebrate those special people in your life and in your business. Now that I've showed you a lot of fun features with inside your account button, I want to take you up and show you what the card catalog looks like. First off, the left-hand side is where we drive our system. You have gifts, you have your contact manager or relationship manager, you have your campaigns, and you have the card catalog. So I'm going to start with the card catalog. Once you're in the card catalog, you can see our most recent cards that were put in. You can get more cards here. You can also search for specific type of cards such as Christmas, birthday, specific words that you would be searching for your card. There's also different categories that can help you along in your search as well. Right here we filter our card type. We have templates that are already created for you where all you have to do is drop a photo in. We have catalog cards where the front is designed for you. And if you can't find what you're looking for or you want to do something a little bit more spectacular, you can build your own card right here. So if you want to send a heartfelt prompting card, you just come to the card catalog and scroll through our card selection to find out what card works best for this card that you're sending out as a heartfelt prompting card. The next thing is campaigns. Campaigns is a huge time saver. I'm going to jump into that and show you what that looks like. So here I am in my campaigns. If I go over here, these are the ones that I've purchased. If I move over to my campaigns, you can see all the campaigns that I have created. There's a birthday campaign that you saw me talk about earlier. So inside these campaigns, you can have as many touches as you like. For instance, this one has 5 touches, which means 5 cards that go out at a scheduled time that you set for each card inside your campaign. This one has 3, this one has 9, and so on. You can also visit our store where you can pick up a handwriting font and signature. You can pick up our Essentials Pack, some beautiful cards for your business. You can also scroll down to our industry-specific cards to find one that works for you. Dental, finance, fitness, beauty, automotive, and the list goes on and on. So you can actually purchase these campaigns pre-done. It's going to save you a lot of time. And you can also edit these once you've purchased them. Remember, campaigns are a great way to keep you top of mind with your clients and customers, or to keep in touch with people in your business or in your personal life. Speaking of people in your personal and business life, we have our relationship portion of the website under contacts. Under contacts, you can search for any person within your contact manager. You can see your card history of the cards that you've sent to them. You can edit their personal information and see their address and important dates that you have stored in there for them. Here's where you would add contacts one at a time, or you can import a database of contacts right here. You can also export them. Here under groups, you can categorize all your people under work or family or whatever that looks like. Bar for specific people with.
Okay. I think that, people have gotten the idea of the versatility of the platform. It's amazing, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There is so much you can do, and they lay it out in a very systematic type of way. And I know because I've used it, I actually found that if I just played around, I didn't really need anybody to explain very much to me.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. And, one of the offers I want to make to people, and that may have given you a little more information than you wanted, but there's a very simple tutorial that I can send to folks, or you can use my link. And if you've never used Send Out Cards, my challenge to you, I don't care if you ever use it again, but is take a moment when you've watched this and somebody has popped into your mind or in your heart, just reach out and send a card free on me. It'll include the stamp, and you can play with it and see what you think.
Yeah, that is so nice that somebody could just, do that just to be able to try it.
Right.
Very, very nice. Thank you for that, Gail.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we can all use a little bit more kindness spreading, right?
Yes, true.
Yeah.
And what I've also enjoyed about Send Out Cards is when you just look at the notifications and you have everything listed for that month, you appear to other people to be so organized and on top of things, because that takes a great deal of vigilance and self-discipline when you do everything manually. So if someone, your gift recipient, isn't familiar with Send Out Cards and doesn't realize that the platform that you're using has just made that so much easier for you, the person thinks, my goodness, does Gail have a secretary? Because, normally I would be one of those people who would say, oh, your birthday passed. Sorry. Didn't notice.
And if you want
to with that.
Standing out, who gets birthday cards in the mail anymore?
Exactly.
Very few people. So I was fortunate enough to have a mother that was a big card sender, and I think that planted it pretty deep in my heart. Mm-hmm. And then just realizing, again, how isolated we are and how important connection is for our health, our mental health, our whole being. And, I promise you the gain you get from reaching out in kindness and having people write you and go, you have no idea, this card arrived on the right day for me. Mm-hmm. Always, when we give, we get more than the person who receives. It's just the way it works.
Yes,
for sure.
And it works that way, from a spiritual perspective, because you listen to your promptings.
That's right.
And so those, the cards that come just because you thought, oh, I need to send her a card, or he needs to hear from me right now. Those are the cards that mean so much. Those are the ones that have that divine timing.
That's right. Yeah.
So, and I love that. I love that part of the story, that he felt badly that I know that he had wanted to say, I love you to his brother, and then his brother passed away because he didn't listen to his prompting and regretted it. But he channeled that into creating Send Out Cards.
Yeah.
So he took that, instead of just feeling guilty and negative about it for the rest of his life, he thought, let me help to facilitate people listening to their promptings.
That's right. And the other thing, just on a practical level, I say if you're a business owner and you're not thanking people, you're not staying in touch with them, as your business goes up, your ability to do those little personal touch things goes down because you're busy. So if you get a system in place ahead of time, you're protected.
Yes,
for sure.
That's true. It's really, it's such a beautiful story in so many ways, because he did, even through his grief, he was able to put together a network marketing company and get that launched.
That's right.
It's pretty miraculous. It's not something that's easy to accomplish when you have everything going your way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's such a beautiful story. I love that. Thank you, Gail, for sharing all of this with us.
Oh, my privilege. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions for Gail, even on the replay, feel free to enter them in the comments. I'll make sure that Gail is made aware that there are questions posted so she can respond back to you.
Lisa, is it possible you can share the link for being able to send a free card?
That would be your website, correct?
Yes. I don't know if I can.
That out already.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
It's so good to see you.
You too. So,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this on Facebook, the comments will have the links. And if you're watching on YouTube, the chat replay will contain the links. Now, I've decided that because December is a special time of the year and we all are in a gift giving and celebratory mood throughout the month, I would like to extend beyond the Black Friday holiday weekend my double hostess rewards when you book a party. So if you would like to book in January because your December feels crazy to you, I get it. I don't have a problem with that. Just book with me in the month of December. So you have through December 31st to book with me. I will push that link out right now. And when the link that I sent actually is my Calendly link so that you can book a chat with me, because I'm sure you'll have some questions and I will answer all of your questions and address all of your concerns. And then when you're ready to move forward, I'll put you on the books. So we just have to have that accomplished by the end of December. And I'm also looking for other entrepreneurs who would like to be on the show. I had that link. Just give me 1 second. For some reason, it decided to hide on me. Okay. I just sent that out. Okay. Now it will show up in the stream. So when you are thinking about being on the show, what I'm looking for is an entrepreneur who can sell a product or service nationwide, because I have viewers who live in many different states here in the US, and I want everyone to potentially at least be able to take advantage of a product or service that's being offered. So and I want it to be something that's a small business, that's not a commodity. I had someone apply who sold coffee, but coffee is something that's a dime a dozen. So that's not really a good fit for the show. But if you're with a network marketing company, you're in direct sales, or it is something that's your own business and it's not something that you can find like all over the place, or yours is special in some way, then please fill out when you click on that link for the entrepreneur application, you will be taken to a Google form. When you complete the form, I will be able to see those results and I will get in touch with you if I think you may be a good fit. And if we don't already know each other, I will want us to have a chat before the broadcast. Other than that, it's very easy. If we already know each other, it's going to be very simple for you. Just reach out to me and let me know, and we can take it from there.
I'll attest. She made it easy. And Lisa, I just want to thank you. I think it's just a lovely thing that you're doing for the community, and it's very dear, just like you.
Thank you. My philosophy in business and in life, and I've said this on other lives before, but it's together we rise. Rather than go live by myself all the time, trying to, share with people what it is that I do and how I feel about it and what I offer, I would much rather do that with someone else, and we kind of help each other that way.
Yes.
It's a nicer experience, I think, for the viewers, but it's definitely a nicer experience for me. And I know that you wouldn't otherwise be doing this. You have to have the right personality. You have to be somebody who embraces technology and says, I want to have a show. And so I'm very happy to have stepped into that role. But I know so many people who would say, oh, yeah, I wouldn't do that. So come on my show, and then you two get to be seen. And then we promote each other. And to me, that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Gail. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, I will be back again next Tuesday at 7:30 on YouTube and Facebook. The YouTube channel is Lisa and Friends Live, and the Facebook page where the lives appear also goes by the same name. So take care, be well, and I'll see you next